thought the second half, I thought our defense and offense was really really effective in the second half. I thought we took advantage of the mismatches that we had. I thought our defense was really was dialed in the second half. The first half, I thought that it was kind of spotty. We played some good patches of defense and some decent offense. But you got to give credit to Southwest Baptist. I mean, they came in with nothing to lose, and they did a good job of really kind of controlling tempo. It was only, I think we shot the ball 25 times in the first half. But in the second half, I thought it was much more to our liking. I thought defensively we did a much better job. Still had the turnovers in the first half, and not necessarily even the live ball turnovers. The turnovers that they're having is guys trying to make individual plays, and so that's something you got to continue to learn. You got to learn how to play it within the flow of what we're doing. Second half, I thought Daniel kind of exerted himself like he should have done in the first half. I thought in the first half, I thought he was playing with a lot of finesse, he and Adrio. And those are the guys coming back from last year that hopefully got to set the tone, for our basketball team. So, but defensively, we held them to, I think, a low percentage in terms of field goal percentage. They turned it over. We capitalized it more in the second half than we did in the first half. In the first half, we turned them over. But we got very few points. We either come down and turn it over or get fouled, get to the free throw line, miss free throws. In the second half, I thought it was a much, much better rhythm. So just got to continue to work and getting consistent minutes, defensively and offensively. There's potential on this team. We just got to continue to work and get better each and every game out.
Nate's older.
I guess any concern about Daniel and the free throws tonight?
We talked about this last year. I mean, that's got to be personal. Daniel's going to get fouled a lot, and so he's got to have the confidence to get up there. And he's got a nice touch. I mean, he just got to get consistent. I think it's more in his head than anything else. And but he's got to get in the gym and continue to work on it. He works on it, but he got to continue to work on it till it becomes a second nature to him. Because he's going to get fouled a lot. He's going to be a lot of what we do is going to go through him, and so he's going to have to be able to get up there and knock free throws down. We shot over 40-some free throws tonight. We shoot 45 free throws, and we had 15 more opportunities that we missed. So if we can kind of again, we're an attacking team, so we should be getting to that free throw line. So, but we got to capitalize on it and not have some wasted opportunities.
Mike, I guess Isaiah's led you in scoring in the red-white game last week, this week. What have you thought of his preseason, and especially his three-point shooting?
I think he's been pretty consistent in what he brings to the table. What I'm more proud of is him. You see him out there taking charges. I think he and Gabe probably our charge leaders right now. He's getting rebounds. He's touching a lot of balls. He's diving on the floor. I thought our team was really kind of engaged in trying to get the 50-50 balls, the hustle plays, and I thought that kind of ignited, our defense. It continued to go on runs, but he's been pretty consistent, and that's credit to him, but credit to our guys too. They're finding him. I think J5 Harris, he finds him quite a bit. Daniel finding him, and he's doing his part. He got off to a slow start, but I thought, as the game kind of got in an up-tempo setting, and he got lost a little bit, and we did a good job of finding him and ran some sets where they packed it in on Daniel, so he left him wide open, and he knocked some shots down.
Mike, these second half starts, 2 games in a row, you guys kind of sluggish in the first half, but blowing out to 20-point leads in the first 2 or 3 minutes, free throw shooting gets better in the second half, the turnovers get cut in half, and you're not wearing guys down in the fourth quarter, you're doing it coming out of the gates. Are you making threats at halftime with these guys, or are you just what's key in their hot starts of these second halves?
Well, it's the things that are killing them. I mean, you think about it. You said it: turnovers, unforced turnovers, and missed free throws. I thought even our defense, we gave up 30 points in the first half. But I thought the tempo was to their liking, and they got some hustle plays on us. But second half, you got to get in and you got to come in and get refocused on the things that are hurting you. And I didn't think Dan was being the dominant player he's capable of being. And I thought we came and made a really big-time effort in terms of getting him going inside. I thought Adriel stepped up and gave us some energy plays, and before you know it, our defense is what we got to hang our hats on. It's got to be from the beginning of the game to the finish of the game, and so it's just this team learning how to play. They got to learn how to win. They got to learn how to win together, and obviously, the second half is the half you want to win. If there's a half you want to win, the second half, and I thought we got stronger as the game went on. And I thought Southwest Baptist, obviously I think our bench had a lot to do with this particular game. But that's where fatigue comes into play too. The shots and the attacking they were doing earlier, they weren't. They were getting in there, and we would come up with some turnovers, and we get down the floor and we're scoring. And we're not only shooting it once, but we're getting offensive rebounds and putting it back in.
Mike, how concerned are you, if Daniel gets the ball around the basket, teams are just going to foul him because, he's struggling with the free throws?
Well, that's why I say he's got to continue to work at it. I mean, I think I got the confidence in him. He's got to have confidence in himself, getting up there and stepping up and knocking them down. That is the key. It's early. Hopefully it'll get better. He get into a better rhythm, knowing he's going to probably – at the rate he's shooting right now, he shot 9 tonight. And he probably missed 1-and-1s too. So if you getting 10 free throws a night – you got to hopefully make at least 7 to 8 of them, and so just something we just got to continue to work on. And if they do that, then that's going to put some of their people in foul trouble. But we got some other guys who can get to the line and hopefully knock down some free throws as well.
What did you think of Mason's game?
I thought Mason had a solid game. I thought he was really solid. He was rebounding, he was touching balls. He came up with, I think, 4 steals. I thought he was engaged tonight versus the other night. I thought he was more engaged tonight doing other things, and of course we know he's capable of knocking shots. Now got to the free throw line, so again, I thought he let the game come to him tonight.
You're 34-0 in exhibitions. I know your teams are always favored to win, but hadn't had any slip-ups. How do you feel about that? And how do you feel about, you play Texas in a week. How do you feel about where the team's at right now?
Well, I think we still got some work to do. I mean, Texas is going to be a team that obviously going to be an athletic team, probably more size than we have. Have some tremendous, outstanding guard play, and have a big guy inside. So it's a team that likes to play up tempo. They're pressure and get at this too. And the thing we got to continue to do, we got to rebound the basketball. We got to defend, and rebounding is the ending part of defense. And and we got to take care of the basketball and continue to get continuity, on offensive end. Knowing, where we got the advantages at and taking advantage of what teams are allowing us. But Texas is an outstanding basketball team. We're going to be playing in a neutral site, which is in Texas. And but at the same time, we just got to continue to get better. Where we are right now is we'll find out more about ourselves. As I said, the exhibition season is over with, so now it's the real deal. And so. What about that? You keep up with that. I don't. Well, I think you want to make sure you're teaching your players when anytime you take the court, you play to win. I think that to me that's the biggest thing I get. No matter who you play to win, and I think that's just a mindset.
Yesterday, I think you said Mason, when he was on the floor, maybe in the first couple games, that he was thinking maybe a little bit too much. Was he a little bit more decisive and with the ball in his hands and with his shot selection tonight?
He just played. He played basketball. I think he played the way he's capable of playing in practice, and so and that's probably maybe that's good with the exhibition games and the red-white game that he got a chance to get the nerves out. A lot of times that's nerves. That's when you're thinking. Maybe he got those nerves out, and now. He's ready to help our basketball team. He's gonna be a big part of what we do. All these guys are, and you can see there's some pretty good depth. We just got to get these guys, especially when they come off that bench, to come with it and come with it collectively. Sometimes you can come with it individually, but they got to come collectively, come out there and take the game plan to the teams that we're playing.
Yeah, just how's Gabe feeling? I think he was favoring that tailbone a little bit before the start of the second half.
Well, it tells you a lot about Gabe. I mean, he even took a charge and fell on it. I think he pointed to it, and so, but he hasn't. Since that took place, I had to take him out of practice the other day, and I had a feeling that it would kind of kind of rear his head in this particular setting. So, but he's got to continue to do the rehab, and but you can see Gabe can have an effect on the game in a lot of different ways. You know, taking charges, deflections. I think tonight as a team, we always talk about charting deflections. I think we had maybe, I don't know, I think it was 42 or 47. I think it was 42 deflections. And so when we do that, we're pretty active. And so in the second half, I mean, we got 18 steals at 9 block shots. So that means we were active, and we came up with those turnovers and made some things happen. So, but Gabe, he's tough. He's a tough kid.
Looks like the rotation's at 9 deep right now going into Texas. In the front line, that's 4 guys, including Adrio and Gabe. So are you comfortable playing Chaney with Gafford? As far as, are you trying to stretch out the fouls and have a guy to be able to come in and fill in those shoes?
Well, that's what these games were, to see what the combination. The other night, I think he played with Gafford and he played without Gafford, and I thought he was real effective. The more he plays, the more he's going to get more comfortable. You can see that with him. You know, at times, you know, as a freshman, they're going to be up and down sometimes. They're going to think sometimes, but the more he plays in the game, it's really 94 feet. He's very, very effective. So you'll see him out there on the floor. You'll see him with Daniel, without Daniel, with Adrio. I mean, that's the beauty of this team. You know, I talked about the versatility of the different parts, and so, but when they come out there, they got to be able to be cohesive as a unit, no matter who I put out there.
What's the latest with Jordan Phillips and when he might be able to start playing?
Well, yeah, I'm just being prayerful that we can get him here maybe in a couple of weeks. You know, I may be speaking out of term. Dave is the medical profession, Dave England, that is. But I think next week he'll get a chance to come and do some non-contact stuff. He'll be able to get out there and get the shooting and see if he can get some mobility in there, and then we'll just see where it goes from there. I mean, he's been working extremely hard trying to get back, and so it's some positive stuff taking place for him. So, like I said, maybe 2 weeks, 3. I don't know exactly a particular time, but I think his rehab is going pretty good right now.
Just a quick follow-up on that. How much have you been able to see him on the floor between the hip rehab and this injury?
About a week. He looked pretty good. About a week, he looked pretty good. He's that other piece that we got to have. That versatile, like a big guard, really. I think as he's sitting there and watching, you know, he can see that rebounding, the physicality, and having a guy that can make some plays. So we'll look forward to getting him back.